Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with ElectraSoul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual bitch putting everybody on. What I intend to do is to teach people that God and Jesus and the universe coexist as one. Now today in this video, guys, this video is going to be about something that is kind of related to the law of attraction. We're not going to talk about the law of attraction, don't worry. But obviously within the law of attraction, y'all know about high vibes, like high vibration. You have to feel good all the time. If you don't feel good all the time, you're not getting what you want. Y'all know, I'm sure y'all are familiar because obviously if you're using the law of assumption, you probably have looked into or have at least heard about the law of attraction, which is basically when you can manifest what you want, but by feeling the desire, feeling like you're there, you know, it's all about feeling, whereas with the law of assumption, it's all about thinking. So you don't have to feel anything. You literally can just think what you want to think, and then you get that thing all done in your favor because you said so, and that's it. So with that being said, guys, we're going to talk about how with the law of assumption, you do not need, and I'm already answering the question, but no, you do not need to have high vibrations, high energy, happy moods all the damn time in order to get what you want. Within the law of assumption, like I just stated, simply stating to yourself that you have what you want on repeat is more than enough. You can literally feel like shit while affirming and persisting and still get what you want simply because your thoughts is what creates your reality, not because of your feelings, because your feelings are irrelevant. Like, not to be rude to y'all, obviously I care about your feelings, but you know what I mean, like it has nothing to do with your desire. It's fine, okay? So with that being said, guys, before we hop into the video, I just want to let y'all know that we got a little drop up in here within the music in the background, the binaural beat album playing to bless your ears, to bless your heart, to bless your soul. I just want to let y'all know that a law of assumption version has come out, and I'm really feeling this one because duh, like we're becoming better and better and better and better. Who doesn't want to feel that vibration all the way through, even though you don't need to feel anything? Who doesn't want to feel that good feeling, you know? So with that being said, guys, if y'all would like to check out this binaural beat album based on the law of assumption, go ahead and click the link down below because it really is so good for the soul. I'm telling you guys, like binaural beats really does radiate to help your soul feel more at peace, more at ease, you know, all that stuff within the law. We're gonna manifest what we want effortlessly. It's not gonna be a big deal. We already know what it is. But then anyway, guys, now we can get started with the video right now so that we can get to talking about, do you need high vibrations? Like, let's really talk about this. Let's explain it, you know, all that stuff, because I don't want y'all to be thinking out here that you have to feel a type of way when you really don't. Because I know that even within the law, there have still been questions from people who, even though they know what the answer is, like that they don't need to feel anything. Sometimes people think like, I feel like shit a lot, but I keep telling myself everything's fine. What do I do? What's the thing here? So I'm gonna be explaining what the thing is and how to like work around this and all that stuff and how you can really make it work in your favor, because clearly this is all something that can be worked through. You know, obviously if people are out here doing it, including myself, then I know that it's good and it's healthy and it's gonna help us out in the best way possible, because if it wasn't good or healthy or anything like that, I definitely would not be using it, okay? So the whole thing with the law of attraction is that with that law, you kind of have to feel your desires all the way through. Because I used to try to practice the law of attraction, and I say try because truth be told, I don't even think I really manifested anything that I wanted using the law of attraction. I remember I struggled a lot because it was like, how the fuck am I supposed to force myself to feel good all the time if I don't feel it? And if I don't feel it, am I not going to get what I want? In reality, I thought I was using the law of attraction, but I was actually using the law of assumption, because now that I look back, I'm like, holy shit, I wasn't feeling anything. I was just telling myself I had what I wanted and then I got it, you know? So that's why I want to tell y'all today that yes, of course, your thoughts are always going to be more than enough. You don't have to do a certain thing or feel a certain thing or behave a certain way in order to get what you want. Of course, all the other things that you do, like where you tell yourself that I'm gonna go on a date with my SP this weekend, and then you go have the date. Obviously you're manifesting it, but you would go and do it. That's a choice that you make. It's not a necessity. You don't have to act upon anything, because I know that when I was manifesting my twin flame, my SP, aka my boyfriend, I would always tell myself that we were going on dates, that we were going out doing this, doing that, and then I would do those things while imagining him right next to me, but it wasn't something that got me down. I wasn't like, oh my god, I feel so desperate, I feel like I'm going crazy. It was just like a natural feeling for me, because I had already been previously affirming and persisting within my mind the fact that this person is with me. So anytime that I would do these physical things to try to make myself feel even more within the power of having that thing, it was all a choice that I made for me. It was never a necessity, never anything that I needed to do or that I was being told to do. I just felt like I wanted to do it for myself because it made me happiest, okay? So that's another thing that I really want to get clear to y'all, is that if you ever want to do something physical or to feel a certain type of way, because I do know that I like to personally live in the end. You do not have to live in the end though, of course, but living in the end is when you feel like, or at least visualize yourself living in the way that you would be living if you actually had your desire. Like you would maybe change your entire room around to be the way that you would want it to look if you had your dream mansion, or you have a logo of a Benz car thing on your keychain and you just tell yourself, yeah, I have a Benz, like, you know, things like that. That's kind of a decision that you make for yourself, but never anything that you actually have to do or act upon. Whatever makes you feel good is exactly what you should be doing. So I always stuck with the things that made me feel good. I wasn't worried about anything anything else, as long as I knew that I was saying it in my mind that I had it, that was all that mattered to me, because I could have sat in my bed and just kept telling myself that I had the person, and they still would have manifested, regardless of me going out on fake dates and shit. Like, it makes no difference, but it does help. It depends entirely on you though, like I said. But so then with the whole law of attraction thing as well, I do recognize that I don't want to call it toxic, so to say, but I feel like this is something that can be viewed as toxic more than anything else, because I know that with the law of attraction, of course, forcing yourself to feel feelings that you don't actually feel is never going to make yourself feel better, you know? I mean, if you do smile and then you start to feel better, that is different, because I do know that there is a little study that shows that if you smile while you're sad, that you will feel better. I do completely see that. But I'm talking about the other deeper aspects where maybe, for example, you feel heartbroken, like your SP just broke the fuck out your heart, and you tell yourself at that time, I have to force myself to feel happy, like we're together, because if I don't, then I'm not going to get the person. Obviously, in that case in point, that's like you kind of self-sabotaging, because how are you going to make yourself feel that type of way unless you tell yourself, I feel good, I feel good, I feel good. That's where the law of assumption comes in, that you start to kind of feel good and better each and every single day, that you keep repeating it to yourself, that I feel good, I feel good, I feel good, you know? So that's really why it all leads down to the way that you feel and the way that you want to go about certain things, because again, if you force yourself to start feeling like I'm in love, I'm so happy, even though they just broke my heart, it can make you feel a little sick. And I would know that too, because I would force myself at the time that I was trying to use the law of attraction, I would force myself to try and feel feelings that I wasn't feeling, and it just made me feel worse, because I was like, I'm definitely lying to myself. Even though I do understand that there is a similar concept with the law of assumption, a lot of people feel like they're lying to themselves whenever they affirm and persist, but there's a huge difference between feeling and thinking a certain thing, because you can feel whatever you want to feel, but so long as you are telling yourself what you want to hear, it will make things feel better in the long run, as long as you're not trying to fight with that side of yourself, of course, as long as you're not trying to stay at a point in which you feel that unhappy. Do you understand? That is why during that time that I was forcing myself to feel these things, I would feel a lot less fulfilled, because I would just simply not feel it. And I would tell myself, I don't feel shit, like I literally just feel the same but worse. Like, it didn't get any better for me until I started telling myself the things that I wanted to hear. And even though, yes, at first it did feel like a lie, it felt like I wasn't being completely truthful to myself, because I was like, it's not really real, whatever. Eventually, and by eventually, I honestly mean like a few days time, those affirmations that I was telling myself became easier and easier and easier to believe. So each and every single day that I woke up and I decided to tell myself, I have this, I have that, I have this, I have that, I have this, I have that, it became more and more and more believable. Literally each day, by the second, it was becoming more and more believable, because it went from me trying to fight it to me kind of being like, okay, I can see it happening in my 3D. Okay, I really feel it now. Okay, I feel it and I think it. Oh my god, it's here, you know? And this is also, side note, not going to say that you have to feel and think it in order to get it within the law of assumption. I'm just saying from my own personal experience that I would be thinking it and then I would eventually feel it, but that was just the cycle of how it went for me. You feel me? So it was basically all a matter of my own perspective, my own experience, but it will be the same thing for you in the way that you will not have to worry about the way that you're feeling, because those feelings of good feelings, of I'm in love, of I'm happy, of I have the money that I want, whatever, is naturally going to meet up with you so long as you continue on with those affirmations that you've been telling yourself. And again, not fighting those affirmations either, because I also do recognize that a lot of people, not gonna say that actually nobody likes to fight their affirmations, no one likes to contradict themselves, no one, because no one does, you feel me? But what I'm really trying to say is that you cannot work against your desires either. You know, if you're affirming to yourself, you should never sit there and tell yourself why you can't, why it's not possible, why it's not gonna happen, because it is. It's meant to happen for you. Don't worry about the way that you're feeling, just worry about the way that you're thinking, because even if you do think one or two bad thoughts, negative thoughts, whatever the fuck, it won't matter if you don't give it power. Because I know for myself, even during the times that I was affirming and persisting, I would be lying to y'all if I said that my mind was clean 110% of the time, because it absolutely wasn't. I couldn't think perfectly each and every single time I was affirming for something, but I will say that I chose to work with myself. So what I would do is that anytime that I felt like I was kind of like, whatever, I would simply revise, never happened, I'm fine, you know, of course, and it was always fine. I always ended up seeing how silly I was thinking and things like that, and then once I got my control back, I was like, okay, it's all good. But the other thing is that it just got easier and easier and easier for me to understand that everything that I was telling myself was just what I said it was. Like literally, whatever I say for myself is exactly what it was going to be, and it ended up being that way. But the second thing is that anytime that I thought these thoughts, I would just sit there and be like, it doesn't matter. It's not bigger than what I am. It's not bigger than me. It can't affect me. Y'all have to understand that you have more power than anything out here, no matter what it is, what thoughts they are, what thoughts you have, what thoughts you hear, whatever. None of it will ever have as much power as you do within your own reality. And that right there is a very beautiful thing, because you are truly free within your being to understand that everything in this reality is meant to be with you, that having high vibrations is not anything that you need to partake in, because even with within this, you can be the most misaligned, unaligned, throat chakra up your ass, literally everything, just all over the place. But if you keep affirming and persisting to yourself, you will manifest exactly what you want. That right there is honestly either a blessing or a curse within itself, because we do not want people who don't want the best for people affirming out here. But y'all know what I mean as well, because I know that there are people out here who did feel really sad, who do feel really sad. Obviously none of y'all do, because why the fuck would you? But let's speak for myself. I know that during the time that I felt really depressed, really sad, really anxious, that I would still affirm and persist for the things that I wanted, and I would still get them shit. But that's also where self-concept comes in. You know how I always emphasize having good confidence, feeling good about yourself. That's where, you know, you feeling good about it and all comes in, but you do not need to feel good about it. You do not need a single thing. The only thing that you need are the thoughts that you have working in your favor, working with your desire, just knowing to yourself that if you say that you got it, then you absolutely do, and you absolutely do, simply because you said so. Just because you said so, not because you feel so, but because you said so. The one thing I'm gonna ask y'all not to do is to give yourself shit. If you feel a little sad while you are affirming and persisting, that's okay. You don't need to be radiating all the way up here in order to make whoever happy, bro. You don't need to do a single thing. Obviously, I will always encourage that you do feel your happiest, that you do try within yourself as possible, but will I ever tell you that you need that in order to get what you want? Absolutely not, because you don't. You don't need a single thing except for your mindset. That's it. Not even the feelings that come, not even the nerves that come in your body to give you those feelings, the neurons, whatever, bro. Like, you don't need any of that. The only thing that you need is that big fat beautiful brain of yours, because that big fat beautiful brain is what's going to get you what you want simply by thinking those wonderful thoughts that you be thinking. That's it. That's the only thing that you need. If you recognize that at the end of the day, everything in this reality will work either way, shape, or form simply because you said so and that's it, you will understand just how easy it is to get exactly what you want, because all you have to do is think. That's all you have to do is just think. Think in favor, think in favor, think in favor. Don't worry about how you're feeling. Don't worry about what mood this puts you in, what this, that. It doesn't matter, okay? The only thing that I will ask of you with that is that you do not allow for the 3D to affect you to a point where you feel like shit and you start thinking like shit, because you can feel like shit, guys. Like, again, I'm not encouraging this, but I'm just telling you, if there's ever a moment that you feel like shit, it's completely okay, because I know, again, for myself, there have been times where maybe, for example, I was affirming for a family member to just be quiet and to just be nice and to stop fucking yelling all the time, that they would be yelling. My body would be like, oh my god, but my mind would be like, no, they're so calm. Oh my god, I love how calm they are. They're so fucking calm. And then guess what? Like, take a guess. They became that way. Someone who I swore upside down, left and right, I promise you guys, if y'all had known me 2 years ago, I would have sworn on the Bible, like everything, that this person would have never changed or have become calmer, nicer, whatever. This person has changed completely due to my assumptions, not because of the way that I was feeling, but because I assumed differently about their actions. I just thought differently, didn't feel differently. I was still pissed off, trust me. I was still angry. I remember feeling blood boiling in my skin. I was very irritated by this person, but my thoughts never changed because they stayed consistent within the fact that you are calm, you're nice, you're relaxed, just chill out, and they became that way. So what the fuck do I have to worry about? Absolutely nothing. It literally is what I said it was, and it became that way. Literally, just because I said so, and that's it. So who out here is gonna tell you that you have to feel any type of way? If I'm telling you right here, right now, the evidence that you need to know that this is for real, then you're good. You're set in stone. There's nothing to worry about. Stop fucking worrying about anything else. You don't have to feel a single thing. You just have to think in favor of your desires. Just think. Fuck the feelings. It's all about the thoughts. That's literally it. All about the thoughts. On some friends with benefit shit. No strings attached. Just the way that you think, not the way that you feel. Fuck everything else, because it's all up to you. All up to what you say. If you want it to be that way, it's gonna be that way with the way that you think, not the way that you feel. And that's it. So don't worry about a single thing, my love. It literally is, like I said, what you said it is. So with that being said, guys, that's basically it for my video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I intend that this video helped you to the best of its ability, and I know that it did, because guys, what are y'all talking about? I have to feel good. I have to feel this. Bitch, you don't have to feel anything. The only thing that you should be feeling is that from your SP. Those who get it will get it. If you don't, you're a little too young. But I'm telling y'all, for real, y'all have to understand that at the end of the day, guys, the feelings that you have, of course, it will always be a plus in the way that you will feel better about yourself. You'll feel happier, whatever. But the whole thing is that it all leads back and goes down to your thoughts. Your thoughts are the only things that matter. The only things that matter. The only things that matter. Not the way that you're feeling. You could feel as pissed off at your SP as possible. But if you keep telling yourself that it's all working out, I promise you, the universe will find a way, you are the universe, to make it work out in your favor. You don't need to worry about a single thing. And this also means that if you ever feel like you are feeling a type of way, I'm a little sad right now, fuck, it's gonna fuck it all up, remember to not do that, okay? Remember, please, this is very important, guys. Remember to not do this, because I also understand what it's like to be sitting there, to feel angry, and to be like, damn, I feel mad now, so I guess it's not gonna happen. Forget it. Absolutely not. If those thoughts are still thinking in favor, you can feel whatever you want to feel, but you gotta gotta keep thinking the way that you're thinking. You gotta keep thinking the way that you're thinking. And even if right now you think, but I feel the way that I feel, I want to think how I feel, understand. And this is also something that I believe is psychologically proven, that if you do think thoughts that make you feel better, you will end up physically feeling better. Oh wait, no, that's definitely proven. I don't know if it is, like, for real, I'm gonna find an article, I'm gonna put it right here if there is, but I think I know for a fucking fact that this is the truth. If you think good thoughts, you're gonna feel good things. Like, you really are. It's literally just a chain reaction. It all starts with the mind. It all starts with the mind. Does it ever start with the body? I don't think so. It starts with your soul. The way that you think about yourself and your reality, that's literally it. It's all a reflection of what you think about yourself and this world and everyone in it, okay? So if you want the best of the best, assume the best of the best. You don't have to sit here tripping about what? Like, literally about what? What are you so worried about? What are you so scared of? What? Like, tell me what it is, because you don't even know what it is. The only thing that you should be focusing on is the fact that you are still affirming and persisting within getting your desires, within having them shits in the bag, because you already do the same second you say so, and not worrying about the way that you're feeling when you're affirming for that thing, because the feelings, again, are not relevant towards getting your desire. The feelings are not going to get you what you want unless you say, oh, the way that I feel is what's going to get me what I want. That right there is something that you are implementing on yourself. I would say is definitely a limit, because who wants to feel good 24/5 fucking 7? I mean, everyone does, but who can always feel that good all the time? Probably not everybody, even though of course we always do. Y'all know what I mean, of course, but y'all know exactly what I mean as well. On the other side, it literally goes both ways. You think those thoughts, you end up feeling good. Do you have to feel the way that you want to feel in order to get what you want? Absolutely not. But it can all work out in your favor if you give it permission to. It's all like a little placebo effect in a way. You tell yourself that the thoughts are going to get you what you want, they're going to get you what you want. But if you want to curse yourself by telling yourself, I have to feel good all the time in order to get what I want, that's going to make it that much harder for you to get what you want, because again, who is going to want to force themselves to feel this way all the time? Forcing yourself, that's a little different than just allowing for it to happen by using your thoughts. You feel me? So just live in favor of your reality. Just know that everything is working out for you, because why wouldn't it be? You deserve the best of the best. You already knew that you did. I'm telling you that you did. You've been hearing it from me that you do. Like, you already know what the tea is. It's exactly what you say it is. Again, what you say it is, not what you feel it is. You see what I'm saying? It all works out in your favor. If you tell yourself that you are what you say you are, then you are what you say you are, and that's it. Fuck the feelings. It's all about what you think up in here. All about that brain, that beautiful brain, because you got this shit, and you absolutely do. Don't worry about a single thing. Don't worry about what the law of attraction says. Don't worry about what anyone or anything is telling you about the way that you feel. As long as you're thinking, as long as you're using that big fat beautiful brain of yours, you're still gonna get what you want. Big brain or what? Big brain, yes, absolutely. Big fucking brain for a reason. It's because you're supposed to be using it to the best of your ability. So think in favor of all of your desires and don't worry about a single thing else or more, because it really is what you say it is. And that's it, my love, okay? So think them wonderful thoughts and just know that that's all you need. And even if you don't think them all the damn time, revise, tell yourself that you're good, because you are, and understand that if you work with yourself, it will become easier and easier and easier to assume that you got this shit in the bag, because you absolutely do. Promise you guys, if I can do it, y'all can do it too with your eyes closed. I promise y'all that. But then anyway, guys, again, thank y'all so much again for watching my video. I will see y'all this Thursday for another video, and I'm really excited. Can't wait to talk with y'all again. But then anyway, God bless y'all, everybody, and please take care of yourselves. And never forget that nothing in this world could ever decipher the way that you will get what you want, how you'll get it, when you'll get it, why, whatever, except for yourself. You don't need to feel it. You don't need to feel it in your bones. You can always feel it in your bones. If you say, I know this shit is meant for me, I can feel it, beautiful. I want you to feel that way. But that's the only way I want you to be feeling, because what you really should be focusing on are your thoughts up here, not the way that you're feeling, not the high vibrational shit that you have to do. You have to be this, you have to be that. You don't have to be anything. You can be who you want to be at the rate that you want to be, whatever you want to be, bruh, whatever it is. It's all up to you, but it's because of your mind, okay? Obviously, if at one point in my life I physically, not like literally physically, but just like my feeling felt like I was not that bitch, but I still affirmed and got what I wanted, why would there be any limit? Like, literally, it all leads down to the mind. If you got your brain in check, your entire life is in check. Don't worry about a single thing else. Understand that it's all up to you. And even the most misaligned people in this world can still manifest their desires. There's no rule book here that says that you need to feel like the baddest bitch and you need to be one. You just need to think like one. You just need to think like one. If you think like one, you're set in stone. You're good for life. That's literally it. That's all you need to know. So just worry about your thoughts. Don't worry about anything else, and fuck the feelings, because the feelings don't really matter at all. Of course not. It's all about the mind. So think accordingly. Think in favor. Just know that it's all working out. Just know it. Don't feel it, bitch. Just know it. If you want to feel it, you can, but just know it. That's the whole key here. It all leads down to you. So just focus on that, because you got this in the bag. Absolutely. Yes, you do. Bye. Okay, so out of me caring about your mental health, I want y'all to remember that you do not have to feel a single thing that you are affirming for, that the only thing that you need to be focusing on are the thoughts that you're thinking about, and that's it. Don't worry about what anyone is telling you. Don't worry about when people say, I felt it all the way through. I felt this, I felt... You don't need to feel shit. You do not need to be vibing on a rainbow in order for you to get your desires. The only thing that you need to be vibing on are your thoughts that are affirmed in your favor to tell you that you do have all of the desires that you do want, because you absolutely do. Like, why wouldn't you? It's all about the thought process though, not anyone or anything else. No matter what anyone or anything is telling you, it won't matter, because as long as you are thinking in favor, that is the only thing that will matter for you and your desires. That's literally it. It's all up to you and your mindset. I can tell y'all myself, like I said, I have felt like shit a million of times while affirming and persisting, and I still got what I wanted. Me choosing to up my self-concept was a choice that I made for myself, but I did not need one or the other to get me what I wanted. The only thing that I needed was my fucking mind, guys. Like, I'm telling you guys, that's the only thing that you need. Don't overthink this. No pun intended, especially because this entire video is about thoughts. But I'm telling y'all, don't overthink it. Don't overthink how simple this is. Just know that it's done in your favor, because it really is. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about anyone or anything else. As long as you're thinking in favor, that's all you need. I promise y'all, that's literally all you need. Y'all might not have peeped it, but I said it a million times for a reason. It's to implement that in your mind. So yes, I affirmed in favor of you knowing that this is the truth and that you do not need to feel a single thing, because I didn't feel like anything. I just thought in favor of all of you guys, because duh, that's exactly how it's supposed to go. But then anyway, guys, we'll talk soon. Love y'all. Remember the thoughts, not the feelings. That's literally it. All right, bye.